All right, we're doing arms, biceps, triceps. So he's following a 5-day bro split. So I'm just going to run him through kind of my foundation exercise that I do for arms. Sometimes I'm doing different, variety or variations of exercises, but these are kind of my staple ones. These are the ones that really work. So run them through those and show you guys maybe some little tips and tricks of how I modify the exercise just to really feel a good squeeze. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with triceps push downs. Personally, both of us like this attachment. Pick this up on Amazon. Nice thing about this, two things. One, you don't have to worry about your grip. Kind of helps a little bit with that. Gives you the opportunity to focus more on the triceps as opposed to worrying about holding on to, say, a rope. The other thing is because it's nice and long, it allows you to go ahead and really get a good squeeze here as opposed to the rope, which sometimes will end up hitting the front of your body. So you're up.
Get it.
Get it.
All right.
So I'll do different rep and set structures. We're just going to do 3 sets of every exercise. First one, just a hair lighter for 15 reps. Just get a good mind-muscle connection. Really work on, that feel. Then chase that same feeling into set 2 and 3 where we go up in resistance. So let's see what you got. So this definitely works. His technique is good. Look, no matter how you do this exercise, it's going to work. It's just a matter of finding little details, little changes where you feel it more. Me personally, I like to stand a little more upright. That's just my personal preference. But I like that full extension. He still has good resistance there at the very bottom. And I'll show you what I'm talking about when I jump in and do my set. It's a good set.
Yeah, buddy.
At the end of the day, that's the most important thing, is that level of intensity. So what I was talking about, the lockout, is you'll see a lot of people come in here and they'll lean really far forward. And this is nice because you feel strong, and then you can lock it out. And then this is a nice opportunity to rest. So that's great if you just want to feel strong, but if you really want to make your set harder, stay a little more upright, tuck those elbows back, and now here at full extension, I've got good resistance right here at the peak of the contraction, which is where I want it. If you want to make it even harder, you can even step back just a little bit more. And now here at the bottom, you have even more resistance. Now, every exercise that we're going to do, I like it where really focusing on just a little bit of an isometric contraction there at the end, and then controlling the eccentric. So good time under tension there. We'll carry that through every one of these exercises. So that's exercise 1. Now we're going to move over to biceps. So we're going to alternate back and forth. We're going to do dumbbell curls standing, but instead of doing them alternating, just takes too long. We're going to use the same technique as you would with an alternating curl, getting that supination there at the top, but we're just going to do them doubles. Just like that.
All right.
Alrighty. So we're going to do the same thing, 15 reps, set 1. So his technique's really good here. See how his elbows are back? Problem with a lot of people who come out here, they'll get their elbow out in front of them like this, and they can lock out at the top, and they don't have any resistance here at the peak. So watch, when he hits the peak of the contraction right there, gravity's still pushing that dumbbell down, so he's got good resistance there. So it's kind of discipline with elbow position. Notice even at the bottom, he's not just letting it hang. He's keeping tension here at the bottom of the range of motion. So it's almost like a pause at the top and a pause at the bottom, constant tension all the way through. It's going to make that set a whole lot harder. Here's the downside with that. Again, you're not going to feel as strong. There's no opportunity to sit there and rest, letting the weight just hang there. So you're not going to be able to use as much weight, but the goal isn't about how much weight you use. It's about how hard the set is. Oh, man. All All right. So we're gonna move back to triceps. We hit another angle. So first one, elbows were down by our sides. So this one, elbows pointing in front of us. So we're gonna grab a bench here. We're gonna do a variation of a skull crusher. I like to do it on a bench with a slight incline. It'll look like this. What do you want to do? You want to do bar or you want to do dumbbell?
I usually do cable.
Well, that's another variation of it, which is good. You want to do cable? Well,
I do cable.
I think the dumbbells are harder.
With this.
We do cable, so what we're going to do...
I just put it right here.
Spin this around. The reason I was going to say with dumbbell or bar that I like an incline is you get good tension still at the top because we're not locked out here, right? So with our arms back just slightly, good tension here at the peak of the contraction. With cable, you really don't have to worry about it because of the angle of the pull. So he's going with this wider grip. Me personally, I'll probably end up going with this closer one and keeping the elbows a little tighter. I try to keep them pointed toward the ceiling a bit. But as long as they're disciplined and staying in one spot like his are, then you're good. It's just a matter of finding what you like better. Good stuff. So like I said, probably the only thing that I'll do different is I'll end up using this other grip, keeping my elbows a little closer together. And I like getting just a little extra pause there. Right there. Ah, nice. Thanks, dude. Ah. All right, so that's triceps exercise number 2. So biceps, we started here with elbow position close to the side. So now we're gonna go ahead and get our elbows out in front of us. A lot of different ways you can do this. You can do them with regular preacher curls with a bar, preacher curls with dumbbells. I mean, honestly, we could even do them. You want to do them with a cable just for fun?
Yeah. What elbow position are we doing?
We'd use the bench here.
Why not do like spider curls?
Actually, if you want to, we'll do spider curls.
That's a good one. Nobody really talks about
You want to do them dumbbell or you want to do bar?
Yeah, we'll do dumbbell.
Okay. All right, spider curl it is. Same thing, same goal accomplished. Our arms out in front of our body. So it's going to be starting here. The bottom hand's in neutral position. Keeping those elbows disciplined. One spot. Get a little supination here at the top. Now right here at the peak of the contraction, you've got really good resistance here. There's no opportunity to rest at the top. And then try to go ahead and keep good tension here at the bottom. So you see this right here, this is 10. 10's hard. So he's got 5 more. All right, having to shake it off. So 15 reps isn't some sort of warm-up set. Like I said, it's a working set. Come on, you got 3 more. There it is. Yeah. Was that one for a good measure? See, he knows that it's not just about how many reps. There's no magic in 15. He got to 15, felt like he could do one more. So if you got one more in the tank, go for it. Ah, man. That was 2 and 2. 2 biceps, 2 triceps. With triceps, we got out here in front. So the next one, it's elbows overhead. There is one head of the triceps that crosses 2 joints, crosses our shoulder joint. So when we put our arm above our head, putting nice tension on that long head of the triceps. So we're gonna go ahead and do overhead extension. You wanna do dumbbell or you wanna do cable?
We can do cable.
You want to do cable?
Yeah.
You want to use the same attachment there?
Yeah.
Cool. Before you sling that up, you're good.
What happened?
No, I was just going to show people a little trick.
Oh, show 'em.
I've jacked my shoulder up so many times doing that maneuver right there. Doesn't really have to be this low. You can bring it up a little bit. You're still going to get plenty of tension here. And it just makes it a lot easier to pop underneath this without having to put your shoulder through that weird angle. Nice. You can see too, he's not just coming straight up. He's turn out a little bit. Almost think about going thumb to thumb, that rotation. Just my personal preference, his personal preference for getting a really good squeeze. Nice. I said it a bunch. All this stuff is just personal preference based on doing this a lot, but there's a lot of different ways to do it. I think that's where just good old-fashioned trial and error comes in. Try different things, see what you like better. If you want to make this a little harder, I find that when you step away just a little bit, get better tension. Moving on to our last one for biceps. So we did elbow by our side, elbow in front. So now we're going to go ahead and drop that elbow behind us. A lot of different ways you can do it. You want to do dumbbells? What do you want to do? Typically, I used to do incline
curl dumbbell.
One thing you want to focus on, a little simple mistake I see a lot of people make, is instead of keeping that elbow disciplined behind our body, keeping the curl right here, they'll have a tendency to come forward like this. So again, it's just really about being disciplined. If you do alternating, obviously you're giving each arm an opportunity to rest in between each rep, so you can go a little heavier. A lot of times I'll do what he just did. I'll start with doubles till I get tired. Then I actually appreciate that little bit of rest. Going to singles allows me to keep going. Look, I'm all about technique, but at the end of the day, it's just work. Make that set count. If you want to make these harder, you can stop short at the bottom. Right here, keep a little constant tension. That'll definitely up the intensity. People ask me why I go to a more neutral position at the bottom as opposed to keeping my hands supinated the whole time. Really has more to do with reducing risk of injury. So there you have it. There's 3 biceps exercises, 3 triceps exercises, hitting them from all angles. And at the end of the day, if you're trying to design your own workout for the day, it doesn't really matter which exercise you choose as long as you get that variety in there. And like I said, try to attack that muscle from all angles. So that's kind of like a top to bottom approach for bis and tris. You feel it?
Feel it.
Feel it. Good job, dude.